I have a game plan.
Oh!
That's our game plan.
Yeah!
Let's go, Thomas!
A hard-fought fifth set leads to anguish. Stevo Volleyball had lost. Stevo A were off to a flying start with the 2-0 results flooding in. This was even upsetting some of the Durham referees.
Oh, it's dreams come true. Dreams come true. We've been saying 2 years ago, oh, we're gonna go Div 2, Div 1, Prem. I made it happen, you know. That was an amazing game to end this. Like, I'm proud that was my last league game for Stevo.
And handing over the captaincy.
Yeah, that was tough, man. I don't like Toby replacing me. Oh, so sad. I wish I could stay forever.
And so the difference between first and second was 2 votes.
Oh my god!
And your captain, succeeding me next year, is with 44.4% of the votes versus 40.7%. Is
It's a sad day. I have to announce my departure from the presidency and hand it over to President Powers. But first, I have some things I'd like to share.
Powers?
President Powers. Shut up, he's president. So, I've done many things, as you all know, as president. Let me do something. I think that sums up pretty well. So, you know me by many names. Mr. President, El Presidente, Sleepy Joe, and Sleepy Joe again. So, it is in my honour to announce President Powers and present him with the Stevo top secret nuclear codes.
What's the date?
With great honour that I say this. I will continue on his long legacy of doing. Thank you very much.
And if you have one final message for Toby or for the people here next year, or for both, or like a final word, speech.
I really want them to keep the feeling going that we have. We're a really close-knit team. Everyone's really good friends. Everyone, you know, makes fun of each other, makes jokes with each other. And I want that to happen every single year. So with the freshers, make them feel welcome next year. And you know, the feeling of Stevo Volleyball will keep going, and you know, keep passing it on, and that'll be a really nice thing.
With a new season approaching, can Stevo look to carry on their dominant reign over college volleyball? Or will new captain Toby Ashurst fall short of previous captains Aman's expectations?
I'm trying to lose weight, so. Pretty bang on. What the hell? Thomas, can you just play some volleyball behind him? Okay, so what were your hopes for Stevo this season?
I mean, following from Aman, like last year, we won the Prem, came second festival sport. I was hoping to, I guess, carry on Stevo's dominance, like still instill fear into the rest of the teams in the Prem. Still want everyone to hate us. We still want to be that team, you know.
All right, well, we're taking it back to the start.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the fresh and a new team?
So we had first time trainings were actually like we actually quite a lot of people. I was always like at least 14, 15, maybe 20. We always had like 3 teams. First time training, and also can get like fresh always coming. I mean, maybe not always as involved as they could have been. Like maybe there was still some hesitancy to like really get involved in the club. I felt like, but training was going well, and then we organised the pre-season match against Stevo, which went like pretty well. Like I'm pretty sure we beat Stevo really easily in the pre-season game.
Was that Stevo A's?
It was Stevo A's and B's. We played 2 sets. That went really well, and then.
So, Joey, how do you feel about being Stevo C's captain?
So, being the C's captain, I feel kind of bad for my team stars. I have no idea what to talk about, but it was fun and I enjoyed it. I hope my teammates liked me as a captain.
What were you expecting for the Stevo C's?
The C's, because the C's was just Joey and then fresh, and I kind of appointed Joey as captain. Hopefully, like he could like lead them, like secure, like get some wins, get your confidence built up, and like I don't expect them to win every game because it's basically a completely new team of people who've never played volleyball before. But for the C's, I kind of just wanted them to build their confidence up in volleyball.
Now, what could the C's with a brand new team look to accomplish this season? Could Joey, the C's captain, lead them to glory, or would they fall down a rabbit hole that is Division 2? So what were your thoughts on this season and how it went?
So I think it's a great season. Like, I think everyone had a lot of fun during the season, and everyone improved so much. We had lots of highlights and good games, and even when we didn't win a game, we still had fun. And I think one of the greatest moment is one of the game against Cuts during the second set of the game. We were lost by like 15 or something, and then we still won like during OT. So like it was great. Like we had some highlights. It was a great season.
Did you have any standout players for the C's this season?
So I think everyone like improved so much during the season. Like everyone is great. If I have to choose one, I would say probably Oscar, because like throughout the season he just get more and more like consistent, like the serves, and at the end of the season he can actually make plays that carry the game going on. Like he actually improved so much. So I would say probably the standout player is Oscar.
Now moving on to the Bees, co-captains Stevo and Josh were looking to storm Division 1 and secure promotion to the Prem. With a mixed team of fresh and returners, could anyone stand in their way? Two of these new faces were keen to make their presence known by jump serving and missing and screaming whilst hitting.
What were your guys' first thoughts when you joined Stevo Volleyball?
Honestly, I was like, there were so many people who have since not here. I was like, wow, it's really busy. They had good energy. I was like, no, it's just good fun.
I thought I was going to be the best, but Kobe keeps on insulting me when I jump serve, and then I mess up every single position. So I realized maybe I should stay out of the few games. Yeah.
I just told you not to jump serve, I didn't tell you not to serve.
Well, you know, if it's not a jump serve, it's
because,
not a serve.
It's because you hadn't practiced it and then you just put it up in a game. Fresh, such as Richard, have been struggling with their serving. Do you have any tips for them?
Oh,
Especially as someone who's gone from
I am the
Marcel
the
to
goat of serving.
serving.
This, you know what they call me?
What do they call you?
The serve guy.
What were your first thoughts of the exec? Were they weird? Was I weird?
I think, first of all, I thought Toby was really strict for some reason. I thought he was quite scary. But, you know, Toby's not that scary.
Thank you.
He's like kind of weird, but in a funny way.
Yeah. Welcome back. Hello. How do you feel about being social sec this year?
Well, at the start I was quite excited. You know, I actually had like a notes app, like a notes file with like loads of plans on. But then I spent like 2 weeks going to lectures and I stopped.
Fair. I mean, did you choose to be social sec?
Well, no. I was nominated by Arman, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
And you know, I thought it'd be fun. I didn't feel kind of strange not running or saying anything and getting nominated, but you know, it was a good experience, I suppose. Fresh, a bit boring, no offense.
Are you ever going to be on time to your own social?
No, because the thing is, I like to keep people waiting. It's the suspense. It's like when you get outside of an example, you know, that thrill.
Thrill.
You know how it's gonna go. You're just ready. You think, when's it gonna start? You don't know. It's like a race. You know, you have to wait till the lights go out. You don't know when they're gonna turn off.
Fair.
That's what I everywhere.
Were you excited for the Stevo B season?
I was. I think we had a really good team this season. Because obviously we weren't sure like what the fresh were going to be like, but I knew we had Josh back, which was really good, reassuring.
I mean, he didn't play once.
I know, but like having him there was good. And yeah, I'm really impressed with the fresh.
How did you feel returning to Stevo Volleyball after a year out?
Returning to Stevo Volleyball, I mean, initially it was a little bit weird, just because like I'd only been gone for a year, but I felt like I'd been gone for a really long time. You know, everyone from my year was gone. Last time I saw them, or like was at university with them, they were freshers. So I felt really fucking old when I came back. But it was really fun. I had a great time. Yeah, it was fun seeing a new captain, someone else in charge, and where they wanted to sort of take the club. People who came in their first year and they picked it up really quickly. So yeah, props to Toby for that. It was fun seeing a sort of different coaching style as well. I'd say uses just slightly less volume than Armand did. But yeah, it was great. It was really fun coming back. Fun seeing old faces and meeting new people.
Now, what were you expecting the Bees to achieve this season, and how did it go?
So, The Bees, with Declan and Josh captaining them, they kind of had a really strong foundation. They could definitely go for to just win the league and promotion, which is why we didn't do that last week and then ended up mid-table, maybe like 4th.
Now, could the Bees look to make up the errors of last season and gain promotion to the Prem?
But this year, like the fresh for the Bees, they improved so much. Like their hitting improved so much, positioning, and like halfway through the season, it looked like we could get promoted. I mean, we were still like every game, like 5 games in a row, we'd win the first. They'd win the. Every time I was at a match, it was just like they just made it so nerve-wracking. Like they had to leave it so close. They'd win the first set so easily, then just completely crumble the second set, and then just like go down like 8-4 the third set, and then win it 15-13.
Well, any standout players?
I think Richard really good. Ryan's I think improved a lot.
Yeah.
Especially passing and everything. Very good. Richard has his like on and off days. He can be good.
What are your thoughts on his serving?
I don't have any, you know. Serving is something you do on your own, you know.
Okay.
I think he's good for outside. I think right side's not where he belongs.
Okay.
They interview him. He wants to be in it. My autographs are after.
The season in Division 1 was coming to an end, but the top 4 teams were all within 3 points of each other, meaning anyone could win the league. How did you guys feel when you lost Collingwood? Final game of the season, thought we didn't get promotion.
Well, I knew it was my fault because after I joined round 2, Josh wanted to put me out straight after, you know, so I made lots of mistakes. I haven't played in a while and I just joined. I thought I could play without practice, but you know, I got humble, you know what I mean?
Let's get a bit more specific here. How was the Bees Collingwood game?
So that was the final game of the season, and we were like, so first is like Trevs, they had won 3 points ahead of us, then the next 3 teams were all equal points. We had won all the head-to-heads other than Collingwood, who, if they beat us, would be equal points to us. And when I was looking at the league table, I thought we had to beat them to just like definitely secure promotion, because I wasn't sure about how they were doing it, like points difference or if we won the same amount of points. I think we won the first set like 25-14 and lost the second set 25-15, like the usual. And then we also lost the third set, and like it was a really good game, really close. Like both teams were really good, but I thought we had lost promotion, and it was kind of like it was a bit got heart-wrenching, you know, just for the title. Everyone kind of disappointed.
Going into that game against Collingwood, I think it was a bit nerve-wracking. It'd been a while since we played our last game, and obviously now we knew we had a chance to get promotion. I think there were a bit of nerves going into it. We played really well. I think it was a great game for the last game of the season. Unfortunately, we just lost out. So initially it was a bit of disappointment, but overall I was quite proud of the team anyways.
I was quite sad because I was like, oh, we didn't get promoted.
I thought we had to win, but how did you feel when I sent the message?
I was like, what?
And I was like, I'll double check whether. And I went home, I was submitting their score, and I was like, hang on a sec, let me do some maths. And then I sent the message on the WhatsApp group being like, you guys were promoted. That one set we won, that they won in the first set of the match, meant we were promoted because we beat them by set difference by one set. And just getting promoted is so good for the Bees. I mean, having two teams in the Prem, being the first college to ever do that for college volleyball.
Because I thought we did really well considering, you know, we had a lot of new people who were new to volleyball who came in and just like absolutely smashed it. So yeah, it was great. And then finding out we were promoted was brilliant because I think the team deserved it. So we played excellent all season, and now it's nice, you know, to kind of get that reward and also be able to directly challenge or compete with A's. Yeah, it was great. Great for
Excited for next year. Excited to maybe play for the A's, depending on what Thomas B says.
Exciting, you know, Bees get to play in the Prem. Now we get to direct challenge Stevo at A's. Maybe not next season for the title, but hopefully within a few seasons. I think that'll be a great rivalry for the club. I think it's definitely going to be more of a challenge.
Oh, Richard, do you share the same interest as Blythe does in whale watching? Over Festival of Sport. Is there not another day? Is that the only day they're there?
There is other days.
You know, meeting new people, helping out, doing a bit of coaching, that was really great. It was fun because being the last founding member of the club still there, I had to like the respect and the awe of being on the exec, but fuck all responsibility. So yeah, it was great to just like sort of take a step back, just to come enjoy and help out where needed. So yeah, I had a great time.
Now after securing promotion, no one was looking more forward to the break than co-captains Degwell and Yosh.
Go! Go, Stevo! No, block him. Go, Stevo! Right, look at Stevo! Come on, Dagwell! Come on!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Great tour.
Great tour. Thoughts on the tour?
Great tour.
Do you want to show your face at the camera?
That's my face.
Love it.
This is a permanent hangover.
Are you gonna drink? You're gonna drink tonight?
Maybe.
Our Presidente is missing. Oh, will we find him? No! Don't jump! Don't jump! Don't jump, Thomas.
What?
Don't jump. Don't do it.
Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Any thoughts on tour?
Pretty good. Pretty chill.
Thoughts on Dagwell?
Crazy, man.
Dagwell.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the yeah.
Yeah.
Now the A's were looking to once again win the Prem, carrying on their reign as the most feared college volleyball team. Team captain Toby Ashurst looked to change around positions of the team from last season and come up with a new formula that could once again oppress the rest of the league. The A's first game was against Van Mildert, and the result of this would tell how the rest of the season would go.
The first beautiful game was like beautiful. Like every game was such an easy win. Like first game Van Mildert, we thought it was gonna be really, it was like somewhat of a close game, but like we weren't scared, we were calm, confident on the court, ended up just winning it quite easily. Then like we kind of just clip farmed Jon Snow, Castle, who else?
Go on, clip farm right now. Clip farm right now.
That was atrocious. That was atrocious. Who else did we play? Well, okay, the first half of the season we just split farms.
The A's had won their first 3 games with ease, and their next opponent, another seemingly easy win, seemed to have other plans in store for them.
But then, the incident.
What happened with Max?
Nothing, just an incident on the race.
used to A. It was we didn't have Thomas P, and we had lost both our outsides from last year, so we had Thomas B transferred to outside, and without like our main hitter, we kind of halved. I crashed out during it. I had to send myself off. It was like maybe during the second set, I just kind of like, I was this close to just shouting at my entire team before. So I sent myself off. I think the reason we know why we lost, just like serve receive, like we weren't even getting them up, they were just shank. But we did get them up. We couldn't kill the ball. So I was getting angrier, or more annoyed, let's say. My setting did get worse in the second set. I just had to send myself off in my head. And then it was kind of like from that, what should have been a really easy game, I still think it should have been. We kind of made the season a lot harder for ourselves. Going into second term though, we still have those numbers for our matches, like we were still getting like 8 reactions for every team for every match. Then at trainings we can get more than like 12 people. was just like people stopped coming trainings, but they would go to the matches, and so I think that also affected the matches because people weren't training. We didn't have the practice when we got to the matches, and then also if we look at Thomas P, he can only play volleyball once every like 3 to 4 days, and so he couldn't train with us. And I think there was some team chemistry that we could have built on that we didn't because of just, I guess, the trainings. And then, what did you think of the A's season?
It was alright. Didn't win, but you know.
Who was your standout player for the A's?
No one. Everyone sucked.
The A's had lost to Usinov, but they had to carry on their season. They then went on to beat their next opponent, Hillbead, in a closer game than they would have liked. However, with people missing from training, could they then face their title rivals South in good condition? However, one of these missing people, Marcel, had found time to get back to the club and was committed to playing against South and try and win the league.
Okay, what happened? I feel like we just disappeared most of the season. I mean, especially someone who went for captain, then to just like disappear.
Yeah, well, you know, I had a lot going on. I have a work weekends, which means I couldn't do games because I didn't realise games were on weekends because they told me.
You didn't realise games were on weekends, but you've been here for 2 years and played matches the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for extra confidence, we'd even hired out a South A traitor.
How do you feel about the
Angelos.
transfer to Stevo from South?
Pretty good. South is so bad. You know, South's not a good team.
Okay, so South versus Stevo, what happened?
What game was that?
South versus Stevo, the one game you played.
Oh, the setting one?
Yeah, just like what happened? How was the game? Close game?
That was straight after work, so I came quite late. It's my first. Can you pan the camera right now? Can you pan the... She's here. Can you believe that?
This is like her second session of this entire 24-25 season.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, no,
I'm an OG member, so it doesn't matter.
Do you mind interrupting a bit more,
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah, no, do you just want to sit here, actually?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Your interview.
Can you do the beep beep?
I would interview you, but you weren't here for this year, so there's nothing to ask you.
I know you belong to somebody new, but you belong to me. Although we're apart, you're part of my heart.
Stevo had clinched the first set 25-23, and now with Marcel arriving just in time, could they look to finish out the game? had lost and could no longer win the league due to set difference.
Yes. Okay. No, I don't know. It was just my first game setting, really ever. My first game for Stevo. You know, I'm not a setter. I never claimed to be a setter. So, and
should we have a look at the WhatsApp chat she sent before that?
I still think I'm okay.
No, you played. No, you played decently.
The thing is,
I think you played well. I think it was just really. It was already a really close game.
it was more, I feel like the main thing I struggled on was positioning. I'd often struggle rotating to the correct position in time. You told me halfway through the game about how I should run straight after the serve rather than the receive.
Yeah.
It made more sense. I just was initially worried that I'd get in the way of the receive if I did that, but I wasn't. And I think that helped a little bit. And I think, I don't know, I think I do sometimes struggle with that.
But your actual sets were good.
Yeah, I think my sets themselves are okay. It's just like positioning stuff.
And then the fucking second half of the season has been fucked over by the college coordinator because we still have 2 games left to play. And we're about 20 days from end of term. And I doubt we're going to play the last 2 games. So
how do you feel at the end of the season? How do you think it all went? Now we're at the end.
If we played our final 2 games, if we beat Jobo, we beat Staff, we would be second in the league, same amount of points as first, but just like although we've fumbled 2 games I'd say, it was a successful season. Like we still instilled fear, we still clipped farm, like we still had teams complaining about us, we still had teams complaining about Thomas Power. We were told we should do restrictions or we should let all their DU players hit. Like, there's still that fear of Stevo, which I'm proud of. I'm proud we still have that.
That's nice. What are your thoughts on not getting either varsity this year?
I could talk for a very long time.
Please don't.
Yeah, let's make it all fair. Let's do, for Loughborough they got a wheel and they had put like 5 colleges on it, Stevo included, even though they originally weren't going to. I had to fight just to get the chance to be put on that wheel. Then John Snow got it, who I think are actually being relegated from the Prem this season. Then for York, which has like fair representation, just to find out on the day when they released the colleges, Stevo doesn't have any representation on York varsity. We don't have a single team from any sport going. And then Newcastle going, who they've not won anything in like the last 3 years, so who knows where they're going.
Did you cry that day?
I sent a very long angry text message to...
Season over, it was now time to announce the new captain for next year and the new president. So first term, when a lot of the exec weren't here or during the midweek session, you ended up coaching. How was that? What did you do?
I think it was pretty fun. I think it was really good getting to see some of the fresh. Some of them really cool. Spoke to some of them. Some of them, there's that Shruti girl into furry stuff. That's a bit weird. She needs to lay off. But it was fun talking to them. Energetic. It was good. It was fun, and I'm excited to do more next year.
Nice. What were your thoughts on being president this year?
Pretty good. Looking forward to being captain next year.
What did you do as president this year?
Whole lot of, yeah.
Now, with the indoor season coming to an end, it was time for Stevo to prepare for Festival of Sport. Captain Toby Ashurst and President-elect Marcel came up with the idea of a grass Stevo tournament in a 4v4 format where you partnered up and were assigned to a random pair as your other teammates each game. The tournament started off well, with high-level volleyball being played. However, in the second match of the tournament, disaster struck. Captain Toby Ashurst was on the ground, clearly in pain. He tried carrying on, but his ankle was already the size of a tennis ball, and it looked like he was going to be out for Festival of Sport. With Captain Toby Ashurst out, he brought Tom Peterson as his replacement for Festival of Sport. And carrying on through the Stevo tournament, Stevo were looking strong, with Thomas and Emily being the eventual winners. When it came time to Festival of Sport, the C's with 1 win and 2 losses were unfortunately knocked out of their group. The B's made a deep run, getting into the semi-final, only missing out on the final by 2 points to a strong Collingwood side. The A's, however, looking for revenge for last year, had close matches in each of their group games. However, after winning each one and making it to the knockout stages, they cleared through Cuffs, then Van Mildert with 10-point leads. And then they did the exact same thing in the final, winning Festival of Sport. My message for the Fresh for next year would be, don't be afraid to get more involved. Even if some of your friends aren't going to the social or training, don't be afraid to attend, still come. People are still going to be welcoming, and we also, for next year, there's going to be a new batch of Fresh, they're going to be looking up to you. So I guess don't be afraid to show them the ropes, but also don't be afraid to get more committed and involved yourself. For the exec, I'd say, since it's a lot of yours final years, I know you're doing a lot more work in like your 3rd or 4th year, still try be very actively involved in the club, as like 10 of you are leaving. You need to leave a really solid foundation for the club for after you've gone, as all the exec from this year and the exec next year are basically graduating. Be involved, come trainings a bit more than you did this year, and just keep showing the Stevo spirit, I guess. The spirit that we've shown throughout our entire time here, the spirit that Aman taught us. And my message for Thomas, next year's captain, for me, following on from the Aman legacy, we'll call it, was tough. I guess there was expectations, and there's going to be expectations on you next year. Like, you can always win something. You hope that Stevo are special. That Stevo Volleyball is the biggest college volleyball club in Durham. I'm not going to do Aman and tell you to not fuck it up, because there's going to be a lot of changes next year. The A's are going to change dramatically again, so will the B's, and so will probably the C's. Like there's no squad that's completely sticking, as you have departures from every team. Look to accomplish what you can, still aim for the top, even if you don't reach it, don't be disappointed. We still want to have that Stevo winning spirit, but even if you don't win, it doesn't mean we can't have it. It doesn't mean we still can't be that feared and hated college volleyball team. But that is what we are, and that's what we strive to be. Keep collecting the haters. You've got a lot of them already, so it won't be hard for you. This season has been really good. For the A's coming second in the Prem, I know it's not what we wanted, but it's still a really good result. And then the B's getting promoted to the Prem from Div 1 is really good. So having 2 teams in the Prem next year, you can build a Stevo A, Stevo B rivalry. That'd be really good for the club. And then the C's had a really solid season, getting some wins. Had some really highlight plays that I saw when I came to watch. And just seeing everyone improve so much was really good. And then just Festival of Sport, with the A's winning it all, reclaiming our title, and the B's also making a super deep run to the semis, really shows that we are just the best college volleyball in Durham.
Alright, let's call it.
Okay.